Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another stream. Back onto American Truck Sim today. We're going to be carrying on from California, and we're going to do a job to somewhere. And yeah, I'm going to be driving a yacht, kinda. Anyway, I hope you're all well. Let's get ready to go. Let's see what we got here. Just need to put my Valanta map up. No, only joking. Right, anyway, so let's have a quick look on the map, shall we? There we go. Right, so we're going to be driving to Texas. So we're going to be starting from just outside San Francisco. And we're going to be driving all the way down past Bakersfield, past Los Angeles, down past El Centro, San Diego, Yuma, Tucson, San Simon, El Paso, and then down along past Del Rio, San Antonio, Houston, and then into Galveston in Texas. So it's quite a long drive, this one. It says it's going to take 2,135 miles. So I think this is going to be about as long as the drive I did the other day. From I think it was from Kansas or wherever it was, over to no, Arkansas to California almost. I've changed the route slightly. We are going to be going through some grey roads on the way. I can see on this map now, I've zoomed out, there's still quite a lot of grey roads around here that I need to do. But that'll be for another day. Hello, Katie. So anyway, yeah, so I've put a few grey roads in here and there, so I'm going to try and cover off some along the way. As I said, this is going to be quite a long one. As you can see, I'm driving a yacht. So kinda. I mean, I'm not actually driving the yacht, but well, I could be actually. I could be sitting in the cab of the yacht, steering the truck. I mean, in a way, but yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. As I said, it's quite a long journey. This almost as long as the one I did the other day, I think. So we'll just see how it goes, and yeah, just enjoy the ride, and yeah, just see how it turns up. As always, I will need to get some fuel soon. You know me and fuel. The truck does sound quite quiet. It might not sound. Let me know if you want the truck sounds raised a bit. Right, we need to get out of here first. I don't know how many crashes we'll have today. Maybe I'll come away from this stream with a sinking feeling. No idea. Let the dad jokes commence. 27. What, 27 hours for me to do this job? Yeah, probably. I can't remember how long it. Oh gosh, we've already. Oh, Egbert, look! Faster internet. They've come to see you at last. Oh dear. Right. Oh, here we go. See, it's already begun. $700 down already. That's a 4080 down the pan. Well, 4070 I must. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to get a pen and paper out. Hang on. Sorry, it says I've got to draw a bridge. Right, let me just scribble that down a bit. I know it's not a very good pencil on a pen effect. Oh, I can see a train. Look. I'm stopping your engineer from getting there. Yeah, about right. Oh look, there's my yacht over there, look. TikTok, TikTok. You know, I should really stream on TikTok, couldn't I? Because I could basically just do the indicator. Oh, tram. Tram! As Toff would say. A clock stream on TikTok, yeah. Yeah, like a just like a bit like that opening scene from Back to the Future. They must have added this in an update, because I don't ever remember driving around San Francisco and seeing that tram there like that. I mean, I know I saw it in the last stream, but I mean in general. Oh my god, BBC News is here. What are they doing here? Why is BBC News here? That's where our license money goes, to buy vans in America. Disgusting. Terrible. Yeah, I better not turn left now. Well, that's about right, isn't it? As soon as I've got to turn left, they put a tram in my way. Can you believe that? Because they cover the world. Yeah, they're a load of shit. Look at that, another $700 already. CK swore, I know. Terrible. Oh, I bet that's another 700. Do I not like the BBC? No, not really. They're alright, but, you know. CK News is much better. 24-hour Wibble. No, it's mainly like what Egbert said, you know. I think it's just, you know, the programs and stuff, isn't it, really? And I think with just what with YouTube and other stuff out there, I just tend to watch more things with on those sort of platforms these days. But you could say the same, I can say the same for ITV and Channel 4 and all the other main sort of broadcast channels as well. It's not just the BBC in a way. But then again, it was a different time really, wasn't it? We only had a few channels on the TV. You think the TV license thing is at its day? Yeah, perhaps. Wonder what that was. It was a train though, but the horn sounded really weird. I thought it was an ice cream van at first, but yeah, I mean that thing about the BBC van thing earlier, well, that was just because it was BBC, and you'd think, well, why isn't it like NBC or CBS or Fox? You know, all the local TV channels in San Francisco. But anyway, that was all. Just out of all the vans you see news. Well, there's the only thing I hate about this game is just the food. Why are content creators getting FS 2024 previews and popular devs are not? PMDG say they haven't seen it. Well, who knows? Maybe they went to their own separate event and can't tell you because they're under an NDA. So instead of not answering, they probably said no, just so that gets people off the scent. Maybe, who knows? Because I mean, if they say like a Matt Pedalston, oh, I can't really tell you about that, that'll just make people think, well, they obviously have. And if you say no, we haven't, then people can go, oh, okay, and then they can ribble about it. So you just don't know, do you? I can't really comment on that. I mean, when you say that, you might as well have just said, yeah, we have seen the devs. BP Fuel went past you. Yeah, I saw that actually. I did see that. I think it's just because in the last stream I was driving, I think Craig brought up BP, I think. So I wasn't really thinking about it. Robert says that they have not seen it. Well, they might in the future. I wouldn't worry about it, Katie. BP, get your car buzzing along. Hello, Toff. And who wrote earlier on? Oh, hang on a minute. I need to looking down at my tablet again. I'm always messing up when I'm driving along here. How are you, Toff? The thing is, though, I don't think they could have done a separate thing for the devs, could they? Well, not publicly. And not at the same time as the other content creators. Obviously, the content creators are there to promote it when it comes out. Anyway, I don't even think we're a month away from release. I bet you from about a month from release they'll get an early preview of it to play with, at least, so they can get some idea of what they're going to do with their planes when they have to convert them over. Well, not convert them over, because I think they'll probably just work out of the box, but I mean to add all the extra features that FS 2024 brings. I don't know. All good here. I'm eating a cheese and ham cob at the moment. It's a truck stream. Time for feed chat. Just seen that Morrison's are doing a chicken curry pizza. Really? Chicken curry pizza. Interesting. Yeah, it is like this in this game though, because literally as you're driving along, all you see is restaurants, food trucks. Just everywhere you go along here. Looks like the pizza's quite popular. Is Morrison's doing it in their fresh food area though? Because obviously, like their market thing, whatever they call it. Because we have that something like that at our Morrison's, but it's not very big. Sometimes they just have things like chicken in it or some other bits and pieces. I don't know about pizzas though. I'm going down a grey road at the moment, which is good though. Anyway, just so that those of you that just popped in, I'm just taking a yacht. Although part of that yacht almost hit that sign then. Luckily it hasn't got collision detection, because if it did I think it would have been smashed in pieces by now. I know, right, Katie? Food commercials. Massive amounts of food for $5. Yeah, interesting. Is it Michael's yacht? Michael. Which Michael would that be? Don't forget about when it gets dark, I will be having a sleep somewhere. Oh, and sorry about the raid in this morning's raid. I didn't realise, because I was keeping an eye on Kev's stream and I couldn't believe it that as soon as I raided him he'd finished. So I noticed that Popcorn Simulation Gaming was starting the stream literally after I raided Kev, so I think some of you might have gone over to that one instead, I'm not sure. Sent us on a bum steer. Yeah, I saw that comment, Craig. I thought that was quite funny, although to be honest I wasn't sure what it meant. I mean, kinda. Oh, farming sim. Gets dark about 7. Oh, sorry, Michael. Sorry, I thought you were talking about another kind of Michael. I had this other Michael that I thought you were talking about in my head. I thought, is he now a ship's captain? A ship's captain, Michael. Thought maybe he's changed occupations. An Aussie terminal. Yeah, I'm guessing it was, yeah. Yeah, well, what happened was I went into Kev's and then he'd finished and he had his title screen up, so so I was just like, oh, typical. And then I know, then it come up that Popcorn Simulation Gaming had just started doing an American truck stream, so I just thought, well, I'll see if typing raid from my chat will make me go there instead, but I wasn't sure. I think it did, but only a couple of people went over. Like a Michael Burke, that's a name I haven't heard for ages, Egbert. Michael Burke. At least no one's mentioned Michael Caine yet, well, apart from me. You'd like to hear my impersonation of popcorn? Why? Why would you like me to hear my impersonation of popcorn? It's not, oh, I don't know. I have a feeling it might be similar to another. Alright, okay. I don't know. I have to listen to Popcorn for a bit more. You know, I have to get the. You know, I have to study his voice for a bit longer before I can do an impersonation of it. He's actually quite local to me, actually, really. I think he's probably the first streamer I've met on Twitch that's actually just down the road from me, so to speak. So probably doing impersonations of him isn't probably a good thing, in case he pops around with a rolling pin and gives me a battering in the eyes or something. Well, yes, I know. But when I mean quite local, I mean he's literally probably less than, I don't know, 6 miles away. That's local, you know, so, yeah. He's like in another town. He's like in another town or village, just not far away. Did you know that Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas, but he picked Keaton since there was already a famous Michael Douglas? No, I didn't know that one. I didn't know that at all. Click the upside of your noggin. Click the upside of my noggin. Now what you on about? But yeah, welcome in, Makazi. Just started, well, I kind of started a journey. We're just taking a yacht to Texas. Started from San Francisco and just heading along. I've put a few grey roads in the route. Grey roads being roads that I haven't driven along yet, or they might have been roads that I've driven along before, but sometimes when the game designers go back and touch up a route, or you know, fix an error of a road, then that road can become grey again. So yeah, I'm just well, I can hear a level crossing. Might end up seeing a train in a minute. In fact, I can hear one. Train! Oh, it's a freight train. You're back again. You lost the net. And we're almost coming into Nebraska, actually. Or was that just a sign for are we coming into Nebraska? Really, I don't believe that. Maybe we are. Can't be. Doesn't make sense. Well, maybe it does make sense. Maybe I went the wrong way. A pathetic consist there. Yeah, I know. It's all to do with the game scale, innit? I mean, you can get mods that can make the trains super realistic, but then the trouble is they'll be several hundred miles long then in the game map's scale. So I don't know. It's just, I guess if someone did a one-to-one American map, then they could actually have trains actually at the proper sizes. That was the smallest US train ever. Yeah, I know. Oh, that makes me think of that elderly couple, Craig, actually, once who were going around trying to find the BBC website because they thought it was actually a place. They said, we're looking for the BBC website, because they thought it was like a giant building. I think it was in Wales or somewhere. Ideal for stream, sitting at a US railroad crossing in ATS. Yeah. Yeah, I could say it's Train Sim World 6 or something, couldn't I really, Egbert? I don't know how long the stream would stay up before it got removed though, but there we are. The retired truckie. Hello, retired truckie. How are you? Good to see you. Just driving along here with a yacht. Started in San Francisco and ended in Galveston, Texas. You're looking forward to Drain Sim World. Drain Sim World. Is that plumbing? Is that a plumbing game? You know, where you have to unblock pipes. Get the camera out, you know, put the camera down the pipes and things. Oh yes. I'm sure they'll fix that in an update though, Katie. I like the backdrop with the clouds at the minute. It's kind of, one side is kind of bluish and then the other side is very sort of overcast. And I need to get some fuel. I'm getting very low. Anyway, we're on the 58, I think this road is. Do you get weather events? It's all on a slider, Egbert. You can make it rain more. It just depends on how much you set the slider. If you set the slider really far to the right, you can get it raining all the time. And then if you just set it just a smidgen to the right, then you hardly get any rain. But sometimes that rain will turn into thunder as well. But no, there's no sort of like weather system like you get in Train Sim World or anything, or in Flight Simulator. It's all just depending on, you know, because at the moment I'm sort of just driving along. I just think, well, I don't want it raining too much. So I think my slider's on like 10% or whatever it is. So there's less chance of getting rain. Tornadoes, no, they don't simulate things like tornadoes. You don't get tornadoes or anything like that. You got to remember that Truck Sim isn't really seasonal either. It's just a snapshot on a day, on a certain time of year. You can get mods that change the textures for different seasons, but the game itself, when you drive it, it doesn't know about months. It's got its own set time and day, sunrise and sunset. But I have a mod that puts in the real sunset times for a snapshot over a week, so when I'm driving in certain areas the sun will set and rise at about the same time as it does in reality. But if I didn't have that mod, then it would most likely, you know, stay the same. I'm a retired truck driver, so no pressure. No, I'm not too bothered. I know my driving isn't brilliant anyway, so yeah, I get people that pop in my streams that are driving trucks at the moment. I'll get people in my streams that are real life airline pilots. And real life train drivers as well. You know, anyone that comes in my stream with a name like Captain, then obviously that means they're a real airline pilot. So You have to pay attention. That bad? Yeah, I can be. Can be. But then again, I'm not someone that says that I always am. You know, I'm not someone that says I'm a brilliant truck driver. I'm just me. So whatever happens, happens. Popcorn, hello. How are you? Do you know what? I should have actually popped into that service place there to get a sleep. Never mind. We'll just keep driving for about another... Oh, get out of the way. Oh, it's a cop. Hello, cop. Oops. That wasn't a very powerful horn, was it? It reminds me not heard of Captain Michael for a long time. Captain Michael. I think he's driving a yacht now, isn't he? How are you, Popcorn? Just doing a journey from California to Texas. I'm taking a yacht. I will be having a quick sleep in a minute though. I just kind of forgot to pop into that service centre. The Air Canada guy. Air Canada. Oh, you mean Air Canada? Oh. Great, buddy. Awesome watching. Yeah, it's got a bit dark now. I've got to get some light back. I've got to put me lights on. Fuel. Oh yes. I should have got some fuel at that fuel place again. I always keep forgetting to put in fuel. I just hope it's not an hour of driving now before the next fuel station comes along. I'd hate to keep having to stop for fuel 2 or 3 times every now and again because I keep running out. I mean, that would be terrible, wouldn't it, Popcorn? Having to stop by the side of the road to get fuel. Oh dear. Right. You ran out the other day, did you? I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't know. I mean, you know, I wouldn't have a clue. Such a noob. I am though. This is what happens. I just waffle on. I just waffle on, talking and going on, and then I completely forget about what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh dear. Anyway, I think I might have to pull over at the side of the road in a minute. But anyway, yeah, while you're here, Popcorn, what I was telling you about the other day is this screen. You see right by my steering wheel, you've got a little panel. At the moment it gives me a speed, but if you press the I button on the keyboard, you can actually change that screen. And one of the screens, although you have to zoom into it a little bit, one of those screens will tell you, for example, how many miles you've got before your fuel disappears. So I'm just trying to find mine now, but it's very hard to read. But I think if I remember, there was a way you could zoom in and read it. But that was what I was trying to tell you about the other day. I said about pressing the I key, the I button, I for info, and you can change that little panel right in front of you. So it gives you little bits more information about how much it goes. It says I've got 50 gallons remaining, and I think it says at the moment that I've got about 300 miles that I can go before I run out. You were being thick. What, like a milkshake? Milkshake simulation gaming. You're gonna have to change your name, aren't you? You can't be Popcorn anymore. You're gonna have to be Milkshake. Extra thick. I am mean to you. But anyway, how are you? How are you doing? It was nice watching your ATS stream earlier. Well, look at this. No, I mean, oh, right. Hang on a minute. I need to get over here. I might have to stop in a minute. I think there might be a thing coming up. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom my map out a bit. There we go. So I can zoom out my map using F5 button, and I can see there's a fuel stop coming up in the distance there on the map. So all good. Oh no, I'm on the wrong side. No. Oh. Oops. Well, anyway, we're almost getting there. You're on the buses. Tea time. Yeah. Sounds a bit like that was a great idea for a TV program, TV show, that, isn't it, on the buses? Surprised nobody's actually thought about that one already. Right, anyway, I think we can come in here and get a rest, and get some sleep, get some fuel, and then we'll all be good. But yeah, I think it's a great idea for a television series on the buses. I think that's really good. Hey Dave the Daring, how are you? Right, we're just popping in here, and then I can obviously make it daytime again so everybody can see what I'm doing. Everyone can see the scenery. You all aren't there trying to shine a torch at the screen, trying to make it look better. Olive was a stunner. Oh yeah, I remember her in Popeye. She was weren't too bad, wasn't she? Olive Oil, wasn't it? Right, just doing a bit of game deving stuff. Oh, you're a game devy now, are you? Doing a bit of game deving. Oh, looks like we're at the motel. Look at that. You see, I don't just stop anywhere. I have to stay at a motel. As long as it's, I just hope it hasn't got one of those TVs where you have to put money in it every half an hour. And I hope it hasn't got one of those funny beds where you have to keep putting money in it to make it jump up and down or anything. Right. Let's get in here then. Let's get some fuel. Should have gone to Specsavers. Yeah. I don't think they have that in this game. I think they have it in ETS though. 5-star only for CK. Well, I wouldn't call that a 5-star motel, but you know. Right, let's just keep putting in the fuel. I hope my yacht's not going to bash the roof. It's a good job there's no collision detection here, because I'll be in trouble. Right. You're trying to be a game dev. Lots of work to be done though. Indeed. Wait till you start getting those people complaining. You know, if you've got a blade of grass missing, there's going to be trouble. Oh, I think actually part of the yacht's going to go through the roof here. A bit like the oh look, yeah. I don't think this would have. I think it would have been a bit like that. You know, well, at least the radar wouldn't come off. Olive was in one of the Carry On films too. I think she was, yes. Right, anyway, let's get into the part by the motel, and we'll get some sleep. I'll use my magic sleep button. You know, because you know I can't just like use the normal sleep. I have to use my magic sleep button. Yeah, I don't know if I want to stay here or not. Actually, I think I'll just stay in my own bed. It looks much more appealing. Right. What time should I sleep to? I think we should get up at 6 o'clock this morning, shouldn't we? Really. So let's set it to 6 o'clock. There we go. I'm going to wake up at 6. Ah, there we are. Lovely jubbly. 6 o'clock. Bing. That was a quick sleep. Can we go to a bar? Is there one around? There might be, yeah. There might be a bar. Do you like my expert parking there? No one's been able to park up outside the motel because I just took it up with the yacht. Oh, Peter's levelled up. Well done, Peter. Oh, looks like this. Looks like the fire truck and the other truck are having a little lovers tiff here. Hang on. What's going on over here? Oh, yeah, that's it. Come on, a bit more, a bit more. You just can't trust these AI drivers, you know. Poor woman died in a fire in her house. Yeah, you're making a stealth game. Oh. A little bit. Oh, there we go. We're good to go. Off you go then. I bet he's bricking it. I know that was bad. That was bad. But you know, sometimes my bad jokes just come out of thin air. They're just very what's the word? Spontaneous. Right. Come on, look, I've got to get to Texas here, you know. Texas home care. You'd think. I mean, okay, it's still a bit dark. Maybe I should have woken up at 7. Oh, George W. He drives trucks now. Ever since he stopped being the president, George W. He drives trucks for me now. Slip of the tongue. Something like that. Anyone want a tea? I still don't know why they have that tea there, because I can't see any sign of anywhere where you buy tea. Oh, Burger King. As I said, this game is terrible. It just makes you think of food constantly. I mean, I can go on to ETS and you hardly ever get reminded about food at all. Unless you're driving in Italy and then you just get reminded about Borat's pizzas every 20 metres. What's this say? The Big Orange. Oh, the Big Orange. That reminds me of an airline that used to fly over to Gatwick in the 80s. The Big Orange. You'll have something from BK. I don't think that was a takeaway van. Oh, look, there's a truck for popcorn. Here it is. It's Pepsi. I heard apparently that if you drive behind this truck, popcorn gaming, that every now and again the back door will open and they'll throw some cans of Pepsi Max at you. It'll save you having to keep having them in your streams. You can top up as you drive. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be going that way. I don't know why. I think I was so excited following the Pepsi truck. Yeah. Right, anyway. Oh, the sun's starting to come up. Right, we've still got 1,700 miles to go, so I think we've still got a ways to go yet. Oh, come on then. You can come past. Yep, there we go. Oh, leave it on your drive. Oh, I thought you meant like living it. I thought that was like a slogan, living it. You're living it. Lennar, that makes me think of someone from GTA 5, but I don't think it's actually called Lennar, is he? Isn't he called something like that, though? Is it Lennar? What's that guy's name? Character. I think those signs are very rude. Very rude signs in this game. Terrible. Oh, there's another Lennar. Oh, Lamar, that's it. Oh, look, there's Ray's Hamburgers. I think, you know, truck games are very rude. I mean, you drive through Germany and they go on about farting everywhere you go. Every time you get to an exit, it says Ausfahrt. I mean, that's rude. And now, when you're trying to drive down on the road in American trucks, it keeps going on about a freeway. I mean, how rude is that? A freeway. Disgusting. Terrible. Sort of innuendos they put in these games. Terrible. Sportswear, food. Vanilla CK. That sounds a bit like a variation of a soft drink. Do you want the vanilla one? Oh, look, he's come back for some more. It's the Pepsi truck again. I don't know if it's the same one though, because I think it had a different colour truck. You know what would be really great though is if the AI Pepsi truck and the Coca-Cola truck smashed into each other one day by accident, and I just happened to come across them both smacking into each other on the road. Just do it. Yeah, NSFW, indeed. Right, anyway, we're on our way towards Phoenix, apparently. Change is good. Got my Mac. I mean, look at me. I'm such a Sunday driver. It says I can go 55, and I'm just like, well, I'll just go along at 45. I've got all the time in the world. Are we on road 15 again? Oh, I don't know. Right, let's just... Oh, no, actually, what way are we going, CK? Are we going out this way? I don't have the GPS, by the way. I don't really like it. I mean the voices. Just in case anyone's wondering. This probably explains why I always get lost. Turn left, turn right, turn round, turn upside down, do a barrel roll. Turn inside out. Another thing you might not have realised, Popcorn, if it's still there, is that you can open and close your windows, and that'll change the outside effects. So I've just shut my window. Now I'm going to open it again. And as you open it and close it, you can hear the outside noises change as well, just like you would if you were actually opening and closing your windows. And you're probably wondering, how did CK do that? Well, if you go into your settings, you'll see keyboard assignments, and there's basically a keyboard assignment that you can have for opening and close windows, but as default in the game, it doesn't actually have a key to open and close them binded, so you have to bind them so that you can make the windows open and close. So what I do is I have numeric keys, the keys on the numeric keypad. I have 1 and 7 to open and close the left windows, and then I have 9 and 3 to open the ones on the right window. So pressing 1 makes my window come down on the left, then pressing 7 makes it go back up again. Do I use a controller of any sort? No, I use my mind. It's mind control. I'm testing out this new device from Duralux Industries. So they've put a chip in my head, And what happens is when I think about going left, then I go left like this. And now I'm thinking about going right. Now I think about going left again. And then that's how I do it. So I use my mind. So yeah, that's how it works really. It's mind control. Neuralink beta testing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, kind of something like that. Yeah. What happens if you think about boobies? Oh gosh. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. I don't know. I think that effect is a bit too much, really. I think they need to calm it down a bit. Thing is, when he comes to fuel or GPS. Shush now, Toff. Shush. Come on. Be kind. As if. But no, actually, no. In seriousness, I'm just using a game. I'm just using my Xbox controller. I don't have a wheel. As all of you probably know. Well, you obviously don't know, Dave. But I don't really have a wheel because I don't have the space for one. So all the games that I play, apart from Flight Sim, where I use an Airbus control stick thing, everything is with the gamepad or the keyboard. So yeah, just my Xbox controller. That's all it is. Which is probably why sometimes my steering's a bit thing. But you know, I've seen people with wheels keep crashing their trucks. So I mean, it's not like, you know, just because you have a wheel, you're suddenly a pro driver. Look at that. That car even has its own. Oh, what's that called? GPU. Look at that. Has its own ground power unit. You're great on a controller. Well, I wouldn't have said that 2 minutes ago. I wouldn't have said that 2 minutes ago when I was like swerving all over the road. But steering is kind of hard with a controller. I'm normally all over the place. Yeah. Well, I tend to be normally all over the place, Toff, even when I don't have a controller. And that's without even drinking any alcohol. Right. I couldn't be arsed setting up a steering wheel every time I needed it. Plus lack of space. Yeah, I mean, I get it if, you know, if you're into driving games and then you just have a setup. But if you're someone that streams lots of games, you'd have to have a lot of desk space. So if you were doing like flight sims and you know, even train sims, you could have all the, you know, you can get peripherals for that. So yeah, it'd get a bit tedious. You know, or if you've got a flight sim set up and you've got the yoke and the control and rudders and everything else, and then you've got to swap all that out for steering wheel and pedals and stuff, it would be a bit of a pain. Let's go down here. I don't know if I'm coming out at San Diego though or not. And you're rubbish at driving games. Yeah, see, I should have just stayed on that other lane. I always keep doing this. What's he doing? Oh no, we're alright. We're all good. I could have just stayed in this lane. Anyway, we're heading to El Centro. El Centro. Hence why you don't use your wheel anymore. Yeah, I mean for you, I mean you have all that flight sim stuff. So I mean it would be a nightmare. I mean unless you had like another PC set up just for truck driving, and then you could just literally move across the room and sit by another desk with everything set up there. You can bypass the way station. Marvellous. I'll just say hello to him anyway, because I got a bit stranded then, so I'll just drive through and go hello, Toodle Pip, hello. I'll just wave my arms out the window. Probably up. Oh, and after all that, I still ended up being behind that UPS truck anyway. So much for that. You have a PC, but not at the desk, and you tend not to use it. You have a hot ass setup for Elite Dangerous. So getting the wheel out is a raw pain, yeah. So that's the thing, isn't it, really? I mean, it could be a lot worse though. I mean, you could be a billionaire and basically you might be wanting to do a Cessna. You might be wanting to do a Microsoft Flight Sim stream and a Cessna. So you'd basically have to move your Cessna cockpit and all the stuff into your main room to do that stream. And then a couple of days later you're going, well, I've got to do an Airbus A320 stream today. So then you've got to move all your Cessna cockpit and your Cessna, tow it out of the hangar, and then you've got to tow your Airbus in just to put a monitor on the front and pretend you're flying an Airbus. Oh, I love that car. Look at that. You would get the servants to do it. Yeah, why not, Toff? I mean, according to some of my viewers, they think that I have things like servants too, you know. But no. Right, anyway, sorry, I've just got to mute the mic for a sec. Jeeves, yes, I'd like a bit of caviar, please. And some champagne, is that alright? Certainly, sir. Oh shit, did I have my mic unmuted again? Well, never mind. Oh, anyway, as we were saying, if you're a billionaire, you'd have people doing it for you. Mulled wine. I know of a streamer who bought one of those driving seat thingies with the wheels and pedals. Must have cost him a fortune. Yeah, not unless he gets sponsorship from that people that make the controllers, because there are some streamers out there that get sponsored by the people that make controllers and seats and stuff, so they might have sent him it for free. Does he show a lot of it in his streams, like in a camera? Because sometimes if you ever see streamers and they're like promoting like the controls while they're flying, you know, they've always got to have their controls on the screen. Sometimes that's because maybe they've been sponsored by whoever to show them off. You know, especially on Flight Sim, you know, you get some streamers and they're showing off their Thrustmaster yokes and their Thrustmaster bits and pieces, and it's because Thrustmaster sponsors them. So they have to have a camera literally on their controls as they're playing, just to because otherwise they won't get their sponsorship. No, he isn't sponsored. That's all right, and Dave was just saying. But I know they can cost quite a bit, yeah. As I said, I wouldn't really have room for one of those. You call it his sex chair. You'd love a motion rig. Well, you just need to find someone just to stand behind you, Katie. And just when you go up, they just tilt you back. Then when you're descending, they just push you forward. And then when you're turning, they just need to like grab hold of your chair and tilt it left and tilt it right, and there you go. You've got everything you need. They wouldn't be precise enough. Yeah, I suppose if they've got to do a barrel roll, I suppose, you know, that might be a bit of a strain. They might hurt their backs trying to do that, trying to make you do a 360 in your chair. You might bang your head on the carpet when they're trying to rotate you round. You have a motion rig, it's called a wheelchair. Oh, Craig. Imagine, imagine you turning up at A&E. I know. Imagine that. They've probably seen it all at A&E though, haven't they? You know. I don't know how my Dyson Hoover accidentally got stuck up my arse, but it just sort of happened. Or you know, although you could be the first case of its kind in. Yeah, you never know. What the fuck have you walked into? Well, hopefully you've walked into a truck cab, because if you haven't, you probably got run over and squashed. You just check them out, but $3,000 for a rig. Yeah, they can be quite expensive. Yeah. So how did you hurt yourself? Well, I was trying to do a barrel roll, but it just didn't work out the way I thought. And then there'd probably be like an armchair Alfie, And what plane were you flying at the time, Katie? Oh, I was flying the PMDG 737. Well, that's terrible. You shouldn't be doing a barrel roll in that. True story from my missus who used to work in A&E. Guy walks in with an intact light bulb up his arse. Wow. Maybe he went out for a spot of flashing and didn't realise that it wasn't supposed to go the way it went. Yeah, I'm just going to go out and do a bit of flashing tonight. I've got my light bulb. I've got it all ready. I just need to get it turned on. Oh dear. Right, anyway, we're just about to come through Yuma. Oh, we're in Arizona now. Lovely. Love it. I think after 4 o'clock we go through the drunken state, especially after my 4th glass. He said he wanted to be turned on. Wow. Your safety. Road safety is no accident. It wise giving a sex chair. No. Oh, 0. Never tasted so good. Do you know what? I don't know if Popcorn's here, but I think he might have gone. But if he has, I can tell you all about what happened to me when I was in Stockholm. You see, I was in Stockholm and I was at this like garden, and it's called the King's Garden, and it's in the centre of Stockholm. It's a very lovely place with fountains and waterfalls, and they had like a Pepsi stand there, and they were giving out free cans of Pepsi Max to people. So yeah. So I could get you a good deal on a 737 if interested, Katie. I know a guy at my local that has one. Oh, what, a 737 like stand thing? You could tell when I'm reading text. I'm like in the middle of the road. I thought for a minute I was playing flight sim. Oh, we're just lined up for takeoff now. Here we go. Oh, I've got to keep an eye on my fuel. No, my fuel's good. I don't think I'll be needed for a while. Oh yeah, so it's like the X-ray game. I've got to go eat, CK. You're the best, bro. Love you. Catch you again soon. Yeah, no worries, Popcorn. Thanks for popping in. If I see you doing a little stream later on, I'll try and pop in and say hi if I can. But yeah. CK plus helicopter equals probably a crash, because I'm not very good at flying helicopters in flight sim. Well, I'm not too bad, but I have to put it onto the easiest controls ever. Storage space might be an issue. Yeah, is it which variant is it? Is it the 200 series or the 900? Because that will obviously, you know, it could be an issue if it's a 900 to fit into Katie's living room. She might be able to do a 200 or a 300 or a 500, but yeah, the 800 and 900, they might have a bit Might be a bit of a yeah. 200 might fit in the car park. I used to love the 200. 200 was my fave. Probably because it was the only one that I ever... Well, actually it wasn't the only one, but the 400 and the 200 were the only two variants I've actually been in the cockpit of. 200 though was really good. Right. Anyway, 1,300 miles. There's an old car there that I'm just about to go past. If I'm missing anything out in chat, I do apologise. Sometimes when chat gets a bit busy, I sometimes lose paragraphs and that, because sometimes they might disappear off screen quite quickly for me. That looks like the car for National Lampoon's Vacation. Oh yeah, the Griswolds. Yeah. Yeah, I still love those films. I loved the one at Christmas, and then there was the one where they came to Europe. That was quite funny as well. National Lampoon's European Vacation. Are we hauling CK adult chairs today? No, we're hauling a yacht. This one was quite good money. I was getting $150,000 for doing this job, so I thought, well, I'll do this one. It was one of the longest jobs as well, so that's another reason why I'm doing it. You love all those films. Yeah, there's probably a few I haven't mentioned, but I just think of the Christmas one and the European one the best. I know there was the other one where they had to go to that theme park, or was it Bucky's? I remember there was like they were going to a theme park or something, and then when they got there it was just all a mess. But anyway, but I can't, was that just National Lampoon's Vacation? I can't remember what the title of it was. Wally World, that's the one, Dave. Yeah, Wally World. Yes, Wally World. That was the first one. Yeah, I thought it was, because when I remember it, I just remember like all the characters in it, and they were like really young. But by the time they get to like European Vacation, they're probably about 15, 20 years older. Well, it seemed that way anyway. I'm not saying that that's how it is, but we need a 4K exclusion zone. 4K exclusion zone. What sort of driver do you think I am, eh? Terrible. Although I think we're going to have a bit of the truck go through that bridge again. Oh, there's the Coca-Cola convoys. They kept replacing the kids with different actors. Yeah, I'm also thinking about the Chevy Chase and that, because obviously he started off quite young and then he just kept getting older and older. I think the colour's a little bit different on that car though, compared to the one in the movies. Just a little bit. Might have lost his connection again though, Katie, as well. And that's a Ford. Wasn't it a Chevy they had? Or maybe I'm thinking of Chevy Chase. I don't know. Oh, I can't even remember what sort of car they were driving. Reminds me of the Dundrearies in GTA. It probably is very similar to those as well. But obviously, for licensing reason, they don't have the proper name and model. Right, I've got to come off over here. Well, we're not even halfway yet. Right, we're just heading towards Tucson. Chevy in a Chevy. Yeah, maybe it was though. Maybe that was the point. Maybe they got a Chevy because it was a Chevy. I don't know. But there's the thing, I googled it and found out that Dundrearies are also a name for the long bushy sideburns. Oh. Oh, there's a train over there. Lamb chops. Oh, what's that for sideburns? Or was that what you're having for dinner today? I mean, you could have written about 2 minutes ago, and I'm having for dinner, and then there'd be a long pause, and then you could have written lamb chops tonight. Still think I'm in the wrong lane here. It says the globe is 1 mile away. Blimey. Right, I think I need to get into the middle lane myself. Ah, the internet contains the sum of all human knowledge, and I'm looking up the car from vacation. Ah. You had bacon, egg, and cheese sarnies. Bacon, egg, and cheese. The car from vacation is a Wagon Queen family truckster. Ah. So I had to read up and see that. Which way do we go now? Do we go down here? Yeah, I guess we do. Some of these road junctions get really confusing for me. Although it doesn't really take much to get confused. Right. El Paso. That sounds like something you get from the supermarket. I'll have a bit of El Paso sauce. Washed down with a Vietnamese iced coffee. Do you know what? I've never had a Vietnamese iced coffee before. Probably the only time in human history the words wagon and queen have been used together. They are awesome. What's the old temperatures getting like where you are now, Craig, by the way? Must be starting to warm up a bit now, isn't it? You're probably going to tell me it's freezing cold tonight and it's 29 degrees. And then tomorrow it'll be a little bit hot and then it'll be 45. Might change my Twitch name to Wagon Queen. Dave the Wagon Queen. Well, I don't know. If you put Dave the Wagon Queen, you might not get as many followers as just putting the Wagon Queen. Coffee and sweetened condensed milk. It's 11 degrees at the minute. Yeah, but that's using the Australian temperature charts, isn't it? Because 11 degrees for you is about 2,300 degrees for me. You know, because basically it's like the temperature of a furnace in Australia, but they just say it's 11, just so people can say cool. At 1 AM. Like you're on the sun. Yeah. Well, isn't that not like what it's like? Oh, I need to have a sleep again soon. It's getting dark. But yeah, 11 degrees isn't too bad. I think our daytime temps at the moment where I am was about 13, 14 at the minute. But that's during the day though. Although it might have been a bit cooler today. Or it might have been a bit warmer because it has been cloudy and overcast a lot. So I don't know. I haven't really put much thought into it. Weird weather here, no rain in winter and no heat in the summer. That's not... Yeah, they really need to sort out the global temperature controls. So far, 27 million, 15 million C. Yeah, I think what Craig meant when he wrote 11, I think that's what he meant, Kate. I think he meant it was 11 million in Australia. I don't know. Well, it looks like I'll be popping into the next rest stop in a minute, but I'm going to set the wake up time till an hour later next time because it was still a little bit dark when I after the sleep. I think we're about halfway now, funnily enough. I don't know how long I've been streaming for, but that'll give me an idea of how long it'll take to do the other half. You got your heater on? What's that, your 3D printer? 1 hour 20. Okay, so we've got about another hour and 20 then before I to an hour and a half before I get to the end of the journey, I guess. Need more coffee? No worries, Dave. That's all cool. Funny, as soon as I go outside, I'm swerving all over the place. Is that a rest stop coming up? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Just going to pop into here, I think. I'm guessing that we come into the rest stop this way. We'll find out in a sec. I'll look at chat in a minute. No, it's resting at the minute. Oh, you're talking about your 3D printer, okay. You're about 5 prints behind. Oh. I might as well get a top up of fuel while I'm here as well. Right, hold on, I'll let you out. You don't want to go out? Alright, no worries, I'll go out then. Probably confused it. I got confused myself. Right, I think we go in here, don't we? Is it in here? Yeah. It'd be funny if the roof of the yacht hits the roof of this building though. Which it probably would do. You're not a big fan of painting. You've got your coffee, that's good. Right, let's just quickly go over here. I'm not really going to do any proper parking per se, but I'll do the CK way parking. Right, I'm just going to go in here. So I'm going to set the wake up time to 7 today because it was 6 before, so that was a bit too early. There we are. Sun's just coming up. Farts in the cab. Shame you can't open the doors, isn't it? I can't park there, no worries, I'm just leaving. Do. Let me know about these longer journeys if you like them, or if you'd like me to do shorter journeys. I mean, shorter journeys can be quite good sometimes because obviously you can get to see different loads, but sometimes I like to just do these longer ones just to cover off some grey roads and to see a bit of variety in all the state DLCs. It's a shame I can't go down that road there. You happy with both? One thing I'm going to try out though is I noticed that for Arkansas that they had these places where the way that they do the loading, you know, a bit like they did with the previous state with grain. Well, apparently, like, you can drive up to you can get the log trailer, and then you can drive up to a log point, and then you actually see the machine actually loading up your trailer with logs. So I'd like to do that at some point in Arkansas. Just pick up a wood job. I think I've got a wood trailer already. And then just do a log job. Welcome to New Mexico. We're getting there slowly. like the cloud backdrop here again. It's quite nice. AP cloud pack quality without the cost. Different game, no mind. Do you know what, Dave? To be honest, when I said it, I did think that, and I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. But but you know, as soon as it came out, as soon as it come along, I just knew it. High wind area. Steam fan man, are you here? High wind. I wonder if we'll get some what are they called again? Tumbleweeds appearing in a minute. We had some tumbleweeds in the last drive I did, as we got nearer to San Francisco. Do you know what? We actually went past Los Angeles and I didn't even notice. But yeah, the thing is, I should be exploring a little bit more of some of the features that Arkansas has in regards to some of the features that they bring into the game. Because, I mean, it was all well and good me driving around the cities and just not ticking the cities off, but then there was some other elements of the DLC that obviously I didn't really do. You just bought the Arkansas DLC, did you, Toff? And did you? I wish you'd told me before. Well, how much did you pay for it? $9.99, or did you pay $8.99 for it? You see, if you paid $9.99, I could have saved you a quid. But there you go. I could have saved you £1. High wind area, blame Kirk. I love bringing bad news to people, don't I? But no. Yeah, the Arkansas DLC, it's not too bad, Toff. Yeah, it was $9.99, yeah. Yeah, they were doing a bundle, you see. Oh, I don't know whether I should tell you, but it's just handy for anyone else that's thinking of buying it. You can get a bundle on their website. You get the farm machinery, and you can get Arkansas as a bundle. But if you've already got the farming machinery pack, maybe that's why you got it for $9.99, Toff. Maybe you didn't have the farming machinery bundle. So yeah, actually thinking about it, it would have made sense to you to have paid $9.99. But if you've already got farming machinery, and then you buy Arkansas, you get it as part of a bundle. But then it says, oh, you've already got the farming machinery, and then you still got your discount that you get on the bundle, and then you get Arkansas on its own for $8.99 instead. But you might not have farming machinery, so you had been in your basket since release. Oh, okay, so you were doing it that way then. Yeah, because when I went to buy it, they were also doing a bundle with the farming machinery together, and then because I had farming machinery, it just basically said, oh, you can get Arkansas for $8.99 instead, because you had one of the items from the bundle, and it still applied a discount to it. Yeah, it's just a trailer pack thing, farming machinery, whatever it was. That's alright though. But if anyone out there does want Arkansas and you do have the farming machinery, just try and look for that bundle first, because you will save £1. I think they're actually, for ETS, I think they're bringing out some new bits and pieces for the DAF truck. I think they're going to basically have the 2025 DAF or 2024 DAF, whatever it is, that you can get the bits for. CK plays SnowRunner Rent. No, I'm not really into SnowRunner or Mudrunner. Steam Fan Man. I'll just leave that to other people to play them. I mean, I watch other people play it, and it looks quite alright, but it's just a game I think I'd get bored of or get frustrated with very quickly. So yeah. I mean, I'm not really playing a lot of TSW5 at the minute because I just think it's just a mess. I mean, it's alright, but I'm just not having much fun playing it. I mean, I know there's a big patch coming out for it this week, apparently. Whether it makes it out this week is dependent on how it gets on in the beta testing. So if it doesn't come out this week, it'll probably be the week after. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, I played a bit of TSW5, as you know, and I had a good laugh of it, especially with all the things that kept going wrong in guard mode and falling out the train. That was my own fault. Mind. But then I watched an official stream the other day from Dovetail, and the guy there was doing the guard mode, and it was a mess for him as well, you know. It was like double passengers and all this other... And then at least I worked out how to do that cabin light thing, because if you remember when I played in guard mode, when we went into tunnels, the whole carriage was dark. So at least I remembered, so at least I could see how to make the lights come on in the cab, and you had to go into the cab and then there was a screen you had to go to and then turn the lights on this screen. But I'm just thinking, in guard mode you shouldn't have to do that. The driver should be turning the lights on automatically. It shouldn't be down for you to go up to the driver's cab and then basically turn on a screen when the driver's supposed to be driving a train, saying, oi, you know, should be there automatically, you know. It should be like, if you're in guard mode, the passenger lights should be enabled on as default, do you know what I mean? But anyway. But yeah, it's alright, but some people have had performance issues with it. I'm not too happy with the performance in it on my PC either. But then again, my PC isn't exactly a speed demon anyway, but if I want to play any routes at the moment, I'm having to go back to TSW4 to play, because at least the game's a little bit smoother on there than it was on TSW5. I'm finding it stutters quite a bit. Even when I've run a route a few times, it still stutters a bit. So I don't know if it's that guard mode running in the background and so it's causing issues, I don't know. Yeah, I remember you said Steam Fan Man. I think they just need to sort out a few things. I think it'll be alright after a few patches though, hopefully. Because I really want to get that Just Trains route when it comes out. The Overshap route. Shouldn't have gone that way, never mind. Oh, this is quite a busy area here, isn't it? What city is this again? Oh, a Santa Fe. Didn't we go through Santa Fe on my last stream when I was driving as well? Or did I not? Seems maybe I went through here. I can't remember. Was it Santa Fe we went through? I know we went through Las Vegas. And we went near to Clinton or whatever it's called. Oh, this is El Paso. Okay. Well, maybe not then. So we're in Texas now. I didn't even see the sign. Couldn't even see the sign for Texas. Probably looking down at my tablet or something at the time. Oh, there's a golf ball, as if. Do I go this way? I do. At least we're back on some grey roads again. Although I don't know if this is a proper grey road or just a road I've been down in the past and they fixed it or did something with it. I think it's probably the latter, because if you see, you can see where the map. Yeah, I think this is. They must have redone this area. They must have done this junction or done something to it. Because I just saw on the map where the road went yellow, so obviously I must have driven down here at some point, and they changed it. It might have been when they added another map DLC, you know, nearby, so then they made it so that that road linked to it or something. Sometimes they do that, don't they? The Greece DLC must be coming out for ETS soon, mustn't it? Oh, there's that A380 again, that BA one. Yeah, and then it changed to another ad, so as soon as we got further away, that's what it did the other day. Well, that's making me think of GTA 5 when you go to the car showroom. You have one of those inflatable things in the wind. Van Horn. I wonder if they got a truck horn somewhere and a train horn. I was just looking at that. No release date as yet. What? The Greece. Yeah, I'm hoping it's soon. You'll soon know when it gets nearer though, because they'll start promoting it a bit more on streams and things. Some of the ETS content creator people have started doing a preview stream a few days before. I'm hoping it'll be out before Christmas though, because I'm hoping the Greece DLC was going to come out maybe November, and then the other DLC for Scandinavia was going to come out just around Christmas time. But I've got a feeling that'll probably be into January, February, probably. Don't know. It looks quite nice from the progress shots though, the Greece DLC. Of course it'll mess up Pro Mods for a little while. So everyone on Pro Mods will have to roll the game back a bit. Picnic area. I think that Australian truck driving game, isn't that being released soon as well? The one that's been in a demo for ages. Because I really like the look of that game. That Australian one. I played the demo, it was quite good, you know, you could get out your truck, walk around. And the driving part seemed alright as well, you know. Some games, I really hate the way that the things drive, especially if you've got a controller or whatever. And it seemed alright, it seemed quite nice. You know, Fernbus, for example, I just hate trying to drive in that, on that Fernbus. It's just awful. Although I haven't played it for ages. I think Fernbus runs on Unreal Engine 5 now, doesn't it? I think. There's a beta of it out that is for Unreal Engine 5. But I could just never get used to the controls. Not the controls, but just the way that the truck drove, the bus drove when you were driving it. Just didn't like it. It's like I didn't like the way when you went round a corner. It's like the whole viewpoint would tilt. Might be due. Greece uses Middle East country to access it. No, it won't do Steam Fan Man, I don't think. Because I don't think in base game there's actually any Middle Eastern countries in there technically, because it's only with Pro Mods and the Middle Eastern DLC, which they have. That's the only time officially you kind of go into the Middle East using that. Because you're going to go into Greece from the other DLC that you get into, so you know, which is like Croatia and all those countries like Albania and all the other European countries. Yeah, but is Turkey Middle East, or is it actually part of the European continent, you see? I mean, if you looked up Middle Eastern countries, is Turkey listed as a Middle Eastern country, or is it listed as being on the European continent, as part of Europe? Not as in the EU Europe, but as part of Europe. It's both. Yeah, well, see, that's what I mean though, see. So, in a way, it's probably not affected. I mean, Pro Mods, you know, they have the Middle Eastern DLC, and it's when you go over to, like, you know, over to Israel, Lebanon, and all those other places. Divide is in Istanbul. Okay, that's interesting. I thought it was both, but I wasn't sure. But you know, because like I say, you know, the whole game is called Euro Truck Sim, so they're not really going to have the Middle East in it as such. Whether or not they have to change the name of the game at some point, but I think all that'll happen is once they've completed Europe as such, they'll probably go and do some of the base game stuff in areas, you know, they'll do Iceland, and because that's not really been covered, and although I don't know if Iceland is covered in that new DLC that's coming out soon or not, I can't remember, but I know they have to go back and do the UK and Ireland. They haven't done Ireland or Northern Ireland yet. I need to do that. Sorry, the bulk is Turkey's in Asia, but a far northwest corner. Okay. I don't know how much of Turkey they have in Euro Trucks though. I don't know. I think they have the whole lot. I can't remember, but anyway. Well, there's a steam engine there. If anyone saw it briefly. But they probably put a bit of Turkey in it, or put Turkey in it, because obviously part of it was in Europe, so that's why they probably added it in. Gobble gobble. Don't think Ukraine will ever be in ETS2, same with the Cold Massive Country DLC. Yeah, probably not for the minute. I've got a feeling though that at some point it might be in there again though. Never say never. But yeah, I don't think it's anything that's going to be in the immediate future. Although maybe they might have already moved on to another game by then. I mean, do you guys do you ever think that there'll ever be an ATS2 or an ATS3? Or do you think that all their SCS will just keep doing is just adding new features to the game, and it forever will be called ATS and ETS2? Obviously ETS2, if they probably could go back, they probably would never renamed ETS to ETS2, I guess. They would have just basically just carried on with it, I guess. That's a big aerial. Oh shit. There's me turning round to look at the aerial and then bang. I like the way Katie says that's a biff aerial and then biff. Yes, you win. Yeah, I did wonder if there was an element of... Oh, the ambulance has arrived. That was quick. Driving by feel again. No, she just said a big aerial, and I thought, well, and I just moved the camera around. I mean, I didn't realise there was going to be a truck sitting there. Where was that? I love that horn sound, it's awesome. Oh, that's the one there for the passenger trains, isn't it? Doesn't sound like that in Train Sim World, does it? I'd be blowing that all day. The horn, that is. Damn, but someone will be clipping that later. Oh, we got a viewpoint coming up. That'll keep us all entertained. They'd update the... Well, in a way, they have been updating the game engine, though, Katie. They have been updating it, though. I mean, you think about it. It used to work for older versions of DX, and I think it's now what, DX11, DX12 now. It's coming to consoles. So it's going to have to work on consoles, so they're going to obviously have to update it. The lighting engines change. They're always changing things with it. So in a way, they are updating the game engine. But yeah, it'd be good if you could do things like you could actually go out your truck. I think what you have to do sometimes, Katie, is if you look at some of the blogs that they do for like the last game update, they talk about all the things that they've done about with shadows and lighting and all sorts of things, and they've changed like some of the weather effects in the game for the rain and stuff, and some of the sound engines been updated. But I mean, you know, probably because you just get used to the look of it all the time. It looks very, you know, very samey. Just trying to work out what this viewpoint's about. I mean, it's just, to me, it's like a road. Oh, I love that horn. It's awesome. But yeah, they're still doing some bits of it though, because it's coming out on console. Well, they've said that it's coming out on console, Steam Fan Man. So it's something that's coming. I think it's going to be next year. But you're not convinced it'll be on console due to mods? Well, Farming Sim is the same, isn't it? Anyway, you can kind of play ETS on console already. If you've got, what is it, NVIDIA, whatever it's called, you can play ETS on an Xbox, for example. an ATS on an Xbox if you've got that Nvidia thing, whatever it's called, that they have. But yeah, in the dev streams and that, Steam Fan Man, they do say that there will be console versions coming out, which, as I said before, is a good thing for me, because it will bring more money into the devs, and then they might be able to hire more people so they can get even more American DLCs out every year. You know, they're doing quite alright a minute. I think they're getting about, what, 3 states out a year now for ATS. But if they get quite a few people playing it on console and get some money in, they might be able to bring out like 4, 5 or 6 states a year, maybe. Yeah, but Giant test mods can't see SCS tested mods. Well, maybe they just won't have mods on the console version at all, and then it'll just be like Train Sim World. You know, because on Train Sim World you have mods for the PC, and then on the consoles you don't have any. Of course you have. I'm not talking about Creators Club stuff. I'm talking about mods like they can have on the PC versions. But will it really make a lot of difference, people not being able to have mods on the console versions? To be honest, though, they won't be able to play pro mods, but I mean, I don't know, you know, so I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. What'll probably be happen will be like when I sometimes go into convoy mode on the PC, because it might just be that if you want to drive with people that have got the Xbox or whatever, if you want to drive with them in convoy mode, you won't be able to have any mods running on your own PC. A bit like when I go into convoy mode with some people on the PC, it tells me, oh, I can't drive with them because I have these mods installed. So I either have to remove the mods, or I'd have to think about making a profile just for when I'm driving on convoy mode that doesn't have any mods on it. But you can also change the settings in convoy mode so that you can then allow certain mods to be displayed, as far as I know. It's just that whenever I've tried convoy mode, I have to take all my mods off, which is a pain, because when I try and drive, it will say, oh sorry, you've got this mod, and this person won't allow you to drive on there with them unless you have no mods. So but I can sort of see why, because I mean, if you've got trailer mods and they don't, then obviously it might affect what things that you can see in game. So I don't know. Right, looks like we're going to have another sleep soon. This is quite a nice little town, isn't it? Very cowboys and Indians. So it's stuff to see, Steam Fan Man, really. Maybe they'll have a way that people can have mods in a centralised place. That means that they can work on both. We need 2 game versions, as the console version will have to be so stripped back than the PC version due to CPU limits, RAM. Well, they're probably... Well, not really, because the Series X console is a better spec. It's better spec than my current PC, and I can run this quite well on my PC. In a way. If you want a PS5 and an Xbox Series X, etc., or an S, you could probably run this quite happily. I don't see why you can't. I mean, if it runs all right on my PC, then it should run all right on the Series X, because the Series X is technically a far superior CPU and GPU than what I've got in my current PC at the minute. I know that obviously there's a memory thing, but I've only got 16 gigs of RAM here, and I think a console has about the same, doesn't it? A Series X or whatever, or PS5. So I don't know. PC players will suffer hugely. See, there's that old argument again. I don't agree with it. I could understand it if this was a very AAA game with like very high-tech graphics, and obviously the PC versions could suffer, but I can't see why a Series X or a PS5 doesn't have any issue playing a game like this, because this is still an old game. But that's just my thoughts on it though. So I don't know. I can't see why people on consoles would have a cut down version. The only thing that would be a thing on Xbox users and console users again is the age old thing about state map DLCs, because obviously they take up storage. You know, so if you haven't got so much disk space left on your console because you've got it bunged up with games, and obviously that will affect how many DLCs you can have installed for ETS or ATS. So yeah, I mean, from that point of view, yes. But I'm trying to think, how much disk space do all the DLCs for ETS or ATS take up at the moment anyway? Far less than, say, Train Sim World or Microsoft Flight Simulator. Lights, no, they're on, Toff. Lights are on. But I do need to park up in a minute. See, I'll turn my lights off there, and then now they're on, but anyway, I'm going to park up over here because I want to go into sleep mode again. Oh, I can't really park there. Yeah, you can see my lights are on. Oh, there's a rest spot coming up anyway, so... No, it's not really pitch black yet, although it's starting to get pitch black now. Thanks, Toff, for looking that up for me. That's very kind. 28 gigabytes. Yeah, I mean, 28 gig. I mean, that's just for one game, but I mean, compared to some other games like TSW, I mean, my TSW folder takes up, I don't know, it's about, what, 100 or 150 gig, maybe more? Yeah. But anyway, they're just my thoughts, Steam Fan Man. Of course, you know, I have to wait until it comes out. But for me personally, I don't see why they'd really have an issue. I mean, the CPU in an Xbox and a PS4 is a bit like a Ryzen 7. Is it a Ryzen 7 3800? And then the graphics chip is an AMD chip, which is supposed to be as powerful or similar to a 2080 Ti graphics card. And then they're all using shared memory, so the CPU and the GPU memory are both all using DDR6. So imagine if your PC CPU could use DDR6 memory as well as the GPU. It'd be pretty quick. Shared access, I mean. So like I said, I don't know. I don't think there'd be a problem. But anyway, your TSC was at 800. Yeah, I'm talking about Train Sim World for consoles, Toff. But I think Train Sim World was like 100 actually, saying that, I think when I went to install TSW5, I think it was saying that I had to have 220 gigs of disk space, so maybe it's 220 gig now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I think it's an 8-core Ryzen chip, don't they use on the PS4 and the Xbox Series X and S. I think it's just the graphics chip that's on the S might be a little bit it's like a similar processor, but it's less of a clock speed or whatever. But I mean, my graphics card on here is only sort of in between a 2060 and a 2070, so you know, my processor, as you know, is only a 4-core Ryzen, not a Ryzen, an AMD, no, an Intel i5 chip from 2011. It's overclocked though, mind. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it'd be even worse. Current TS, yeah. I mean, for me, I think 220 is obviously like if I have to install the 5 routes as well. I think that was probably why it was saying 220, because it would include. Well, actually, no, I don't have the 5 routes, but for me, it was like 220. It told me. But then again, you know, I do have some of that extra stuff that comes out. You know, like you have the extra DLCs they might bring out for things, the low-code DLCs or whatever, on top of the routes. CK needs new pooter. I do, yes. I'll have to get one at some point, because this isn't going to last forever. Well, we've got another viewpoint coming up. Oh, this is nice. Big bridge. That's probably what the viewpoint's about. The Pecos, is that the Pecos or Pecos? Might be the Pecos River. Just checking the time. It's 4:10 now, UK time. I was just checking. I think we'll get to the end before me dinner time. But yeah, it'd be nice if at some point in this you could actually get out of the truck and walk around it. I mean, I know you can in the little showroom area. Well, you don't technically walk around, but they just have this camera view that makes you think like you're walking around it. But it'd be good if you could actually do it like you can on some other truck games. You know, especially if you're going to the fuel station or whatever. Anyway, let's get going again. And we should be alright after these cars go past. Wow. Might be here for a while. I was getting a bit impatient then, as you probably guessed. You're back in a few minutes, no roasting, fan man. Right, 514 miles to go. So not too far really now. Hopefully we'll get to the end. It says I'm going to reach my destination by 5:25, so we should get here to the end by the end of this sim day. Another big bridge. There's a bridge with a train on it as well. Oh, that's that very long freight train again. Oh, we've got another viewpoint coming up. Well, there's a lot of viewpoints on this route, isn't there? Oh, I can't actually get down to it though, because it's on there. Okay. We'll just leave that one for this time. I'll do that one another time. Have a drag race. Who do you think will win? Truck on the right or me? Yeah, I don't know how the VR version's getting on, Katie. Drag race, come on. Yes, come on, can do this. See, look, I'm not always slow. I bet he gave me a chance though. Tried it a while ago. Made me sick. Yeah, I don't know what it'd be like for your headset either, Katie. Will it be compatible with it, do you think? No idea. Del Rio. We in Texas now? I wonder. Speeding a little bit. Strip. A strip mall. I was very disappointed when I went to my first American strip mall. It wasn't anything that I thought it was going to be. Oh, red light violation. What was that? I thought I was doing alright. Never mind. Oh, there's another viewpoint up here. Do you think I should go and do it? I think I should, shouldn't I? Even though it's just slightly up the road a bit further, I'll just have to turn around and come back. Make up for the one that I missed a few minutes ago. Club Cafe. I don't know what this will be about. It might just be for the town that we've just gone through. I'm going to hold all the traffic up now. Or maybe not. The city of Del Rio. Okay, so this is what this viewpoint is like. And I've just realised my truck is still rolling. Oh no, maybe it's just stopped. Oh. That'll be why. Oh dear. Right, let's try that one again, shall we? This time, CK, don't make the truck roll down the road. Oh dear. Like I say, anything to make you hungry in this game. Guessing that's a train that's just gone past. Dunkin' Donuts, see? It's everywhere you go. There's that McDonald's truck again. And then there was a Taco Bell truck on the other side. Anyway, that was that done. Well, I just need to go turn around and... Oh, make sure I take out reverse as well. It's not exactly the best way to get over here, but... Okay, so just waiting for the lights to change. We've got 459 miles to do. I must have pressed the V key by accident at some point. Not sure when I pressed that, but yeah, I think if that's the, is that the Lotus, Katie? Is that the Lotus car that they have? Because I know with Assetto Corsa there was a like a 1950s version of Monza or something with the oval part in it and stuff. I used to like driving around that. And I think they have like the Le Mans, but the original version without the chicanes and things in it. That's quite good as well. I like that. I think one of my favourite ones though in F1 games was the old Hockenheim, when you used to have go round into the forest for a bit. Once they sort of like took that away, I just didn't really like it anymore. A Ferrari, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, because they also had that Ferrari DLC, didn't they, as an extra, didn't they, I think, where you could have some Ferrari cars in it. Yeah. I think you had like, what was it, was it like the F40 in it, and the F1 car, wasn't it? Was it the F1 2012? I've seen it already, Katie. I watched a bit. Well, I didn't watch it all through from beginning to end, but I was just watching snippets of it. It's quite interesting though, because he had a few issues of it, and that was all to do with issues that weren't actually to do with the plane. It was Navigraph. Because when he tried landing, the ILS wasn't working, and he thought it was the plane. And then someone in chat said that there was a bug with Navigraph. The last update with Navigraph meant that the ILSs weren't working properly. So then there was a new update to Navigraph, which actually fixed it. And then there was something in the EFB that he was doing, and then he couldn't find something, and then someone had to post in chat and tell him where it was. So he said, oh, I'll do that for next time. I mean, there are some issues with it still, but as someone pointed out, there's less issues with this plane on at the moment than there was when PMDG released their 737 originally, and then over time PMDG kind of fixed things or added stuff. So well, no, I mean, I don't know if no point in you getting it, because obviously there's no cargo variants of it anywhere. I don't think anyone's got a cargo version of a Max in real world being used at the minute. Although that's not to say that will happen in the future, because obviously some of them might get converted over in about 10 years' time. Don't know. One thing I did notice with the Max though, when I went on one IRL, was how much longer it takes the engines to spool up. The engine starts with a lot longer, and then they just say that the at higher altitudes, the climb performance isn't as good as an NG. I'm going to get a fine. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Wonder if I can sneak over here. See if I get a fine now. Fine free. But yeah, like I said this morning on my stream, I said they'll probably have to put the price of that 737 up about a fiver for everybody, because they've given away so many free copies to people, it seems, that we'll all have to pay for their free copies. I think the only preview I've really paid attention was the one that Flight Deck to Sim does, because he actually flies on the Max a lot, and he's also he's also now a flying instructor for the airline that he works for in the sim, so he knows it quite well. So he was quite impressed with it. He said that you know, it's not perfect. He said there were some issues with it, and he said he was going to give feedback to the devs about it. But he said overall he thought it was in a better, it was better than what the PMDG 737 was already. Based not now, he was just saying based on what the PMDG 737 was like on release. He said that this plane was better than what it was at that stage. He said so. And also he just said, don't forget, it's obviously not out yet, and it's still not an early version, but it's still not the proper release version yet. So he said if some of those issues got fixed before release, he said it would be a very good plane. He was quite impressed with it, actually. And Boris does the sounds. I mean, he was very impressed with the sounds. He said that the sounds were more or less, you know, as far as he thought, was spot on. So you can't really get better praise than that for the sounds if someone that flies them a lot in real life says that the sounds were quite accurate and were pretty realistic compared to the real plane. So I don't know. And this is somebody that normally spends a lot of time praising the Zebo mod for X-Plane, so for him to say that about a plane in MSFS. He said the only thing that was wrong with it was the ground handling, but he said that's an MSFS thing. And so yeah, he was quite impressed with it, really. He said it was too slippery, for example, and you know, and then with certain flaps, so it was too draggy, stuff like that. So he said if they get sorted out, and he still gave it a really good score. He gave it quite a high score out of 10, and you know, and that's basically as it is now. So I don't know. Anyway, well, I get it. As I said, if I had the money for it, I would, but I don't. So I'll probably just end up using the one that comes with Flight Sim 2024 when it comes out. But yeah, that's right. I mean, that's, yeah, because they said is it developing something for a company, aren't they? So obviously they decided that all the people that were working on the Max started on this other project, and so until the other project's finished, which was for a commercial company or something, they said once that was finished then they would go back to the Max. But of course that was good for iFly, because I thought to myself, well, you know, what's going to happen if PMDG bring theirs out and iFly I think iFly are trying to bring theirs out before MS 2024 myself. Whereas PMDG, I don't think are really that bothered. Welcome back, Steam Fan Man. We're about 380 odd miles away now from our destination. But at least the freighter version of the 777 isn't too far away now. I think what they said, was it middle of October? And middle third week of October it's going to be released now? Or somewhere like that anyway. You should get it this month, at least. And then there's updates to the 737 as well, isn't there? They're adding loads of stuff to that. I think that update comes out, what, this week sometime? So yeah, not too bad. I think they're just adding a lot of stuff they put in the 777, you know, so I think the EFB will have all those options in that the 777 had. You know, where they move some things off the FMC and put them on the EFB instead. Or they'll still be in the EFB, but you have them on the you still have them on the FMC. They'll just be added to the from the FMC as well, if you know what I mean. So all the stuff like the doors and all that sort of stuff they put in the FMC, they'll have it on the tablet instead. Or you can have, or you can have both, because you know you don't have to have the tablet. It's an option, isn't it? So. I touch VR myself. Oh, you don't touch VR yourself as you suffer with blue light sensitivity. Right then, anyway, so let's keep going. So it says I'm going to be arriving at 6:30 now. That's probably just because I keep stopping off to look at these viewpoints. It's probably made me a bit later now. But it's not been a bad drive. I don't know what you guys have thought about it. I haven't really had any bad accidents as such. Well, apart from when I crashed my truck into the back of a tanker whilst trying to look at an aerial. But apart from that, it's all been alright, isn't it? Really. And those of you that missed my drifting stream this morning, well, there wasn't really much to miss. Apart from the fact we saw James May and, oh, what's her name again? From The Simpsons, and a cowboy boot. Yeah, it's been boring and sent you to sleep. Well, that's alright though. Just think, I could be a useful streamer for people that can't sleep. I can make them fall asleep. You know, people instead of having to spend money on therapy, they can just watch me for free, and then they can fall asleep without having to take drugs or nothing. You know, have any medications or whatever. They can just head off. But yeah, I ended up doing a flight which was 27 miles today on Flight Sim, and then it wasn't far enough to actually get anywhere new, so I had to start again the next stream from the same place, more or less. Dr. CK sleeping therapy. Yeah, something like that. CK sleep gaming. Maybe I should do that as a channel, CK Sleep Gaming. I might actually sell my Twitch channel, actually. Does anyone want to buy it off me? I mean, obviously you just get the followers. I'm joking, by the way, but I think some people do that, don't they? You can buy other people's accounts. I'd like to buy Mr. Beast's channel. Maybe that's why the other day hasn't been around for time. He's still asleep. Oh, the Dave, you mean? He's still asleep from the last time you watched me. Dunno. No idea. Right, did it tell me that I had to go into the way station? I think I don't think I had to, did I? Oh well, we'll soon find out. I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know if it says that it's got a green light there, so I think I can miss it. Oh well, I'll find out in a minute. You're the real Dave. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just another one of my viewers, Dave. He's called Dave. He just spends half his time slating me or slating the viewers, though. And he always gets timed out, not by me, but because he just the bots don't like him very much. CK's one man trucking through the day. He's going to keep his convoy rolling. Ain't it a beautiful sight? And then I just ruined it by not singing it properly. Hello, Rob. Hope your day's been alright. Hope you're well. Hope you had a good weekend. Just, yeah, started off in California. Thought I'd go out in my yacht. And this yacht's probably gonna... Is it gonna go through that sign? Probably part of it is. No, it was good. It didn't actually touch the sign. But yeah, trouble is my bot always times him out. I think he must be the most timed out person on my streams, Dave. Obviously not Dave the Daring, but the other Dave. Good day and a productive weekend, thanks. That's good, Rob. Nice to hear. We're just about to go through Houston. I think round here somewhere. I think if you go off on the roads, I think you can go to one of the launch pads somewhere. I think I've been there before in the sim. I think you go to where the SpaceX factory is or somewhere like that. When you're on the Texas DLC. Right. Let's just come out here. Not much further now. No, that's right, Toff. Just probably about another, what, 10 minutes driving or something, whatever it is. Is that go to sleep now, or throw in a truck trailer and play old TV ads till you sleep? Yeah, luckily, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, not far to go now, Toff, definitely. You can all sigh relief now. You can all have a party. I'm about to finish. I'm about to finish. But yeah, it's not been a bad drive, really. As I said, I was just trying to pick up some grey roads again on the journey. I think the next stream I'll do trucking, though, I'll probably be back on ETS again. I'm not sure whether to go on Grand Utopia map though, or just to drive in the normal sim, because I think they've added some more stuff in the last game update again to Germany, etc. So I might just try and mark off some of them grey roads and get them out of the way with. Take no notice, CK. It's been a good watch. Yeah, that's alright. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed it. I mean, it's not been too bad, isn't it? I mean, I know I didn't crash many times, you know, but at least there was a lot going on in chat. And it's been quite a nice drive. I've enjoyed it. It is nice sort of like doing these drives, and then there's been people. Oh, I know everyone's just only teasing. Yeah, quite a few grey roads along here again. You've enjoyed it, yeah. At least I've kept your night going for a bit longer, Craig, for you. I can't promise I'm streaming every day though. It's only because the weather was a bit rubbishy today for me. I thought, well, I'll stay in and stream. So, you know, there'll be other days this week when I'll be out and about doing things. Kept me awake. Seems we both had a shit footy weekend, CK. Yeah. Let's not go there, Steve Fanman. Oh dear. But hey, it's just footy. It's not the end of the world, is it? There's much worse things going on in the world than worrying about a football game. But yeah, anyway. $2:15 AM to your team lost again. It's been a beautiful here today. Yeah, it was a sort of a bit. 1 minute it was all right, tough, and then the next minute it wasn't. So really couldn't make it. It was one of those couldn't make its mind up days. So yeah. I'm going to go over here just in case that tanker pulls out, which it did. I was worrying about that tanker there. Look the way I'm overtaking all the cars. Cricket season there. I'm not really a cricket fan. I don't know if any of you are fans of cricket. mean, they're very annoying. I mean, whenever I've gone on holiday, they always keep me up half the night. Don't know what's going on here. Roadworks ahead. Love the way there's roadworks ahead. And then I'm just like, well, I'll just speed through it all then. It's hanging for aft to start again season. It's the way he tells them. Oh, I've got to stop ahead. That's about right. It's going to wait until I've almost finished before it tells me that I have to go into one of them truck stop places. It's about right. Is that Australian from away from the loo? Come on, what are you doing? Bit of a bug there with that road. Yeah. Come on. Bit of road rage. Aussie rules. Aussie rules football. Well, I don't know if the Aussies rule football. I don't know. There'd be quite a discussion about that one there, Craig. And yeah, I know what you meant. Really, I was just, you know, just being a pillock as always. Right. This is posh. Look, it's even got a roof. Your vehicle is not in a perfect technical state. Please be careful next time. Yeah, I won't rubberneck at an aerial next time I'm out. I wonder if I'll lose any money on this job like I did on the last one. Although I didn't lose a lot on the last one, did I? I think it was like, what, $3,000 or something? Oh gosh. Right, anyway, as we're getting near the end now, I might as well say thank you to all of you for popping into the stream today and watching me, well, putting up with me driving. Yeah, it's probably because there was all that roadworks, probably, but anyway, yeah, so thanks for all popping in, everybody. There's quite a few of you, so it's probably too hard to name everyone. So if I just say thanks, everyone, that'll cover you all, won't it? I just don't want to accidentally miss anyone out. So yeah, as I said, I don't know when I'll be doing another stream. As always, you know, it's just on a day-by-day basis. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Some of you obviously joined in on the stream this morning as well and kept me company, which was nice. But yeah, thanks for just popping in, keeping me company, just joining on the journey, watching some of the, you know, the journey, the state DLCs or whatever, and one of my colleagues will now be going around with the cash tin. So if you want to put anything in the cash tin, feel free. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely evening, afternoon, morning, night, or whatever. Don't know where to go. Is it this way? No, we're not going that way. It's all right. I understand. A lot of you don't have coins these days. You all take. You only got cards only, so that's all good. You intend to have all those things. I only have 5 cents. I'm only kidding, by the way. But get your tickets now. I can see some of you. Some of you in chat look quite shocked. Oh my gosh, we've got to pay to watch. Oh my word. But no, I'm only joking. Anyway, I can't believe I must have been down here at some point in the DLC, because I mean they must have changed the road layout or something in an update or something like that. I can't believe that I have not had any roads at all on here, because I mean I'd have had to have driven past here when I had the state DLC for the first time and had to do those challenges. Anyway, we've still got a few minutes left. There's that Airbus A380 again. I wish there was like you could have in train sim where there was like a button, or in flight sim where you could like have a free pause, so you could just pause the game, and because if you try and pause the game on here, it goes to a menu, doesn't it? Oh, no, I didn't want to press that button. Oh dear. Out F4. Yeah. It's actually a good time, isn't it, really? Because now it's starting to get dark in game, so I've kind of got to the right spot. The 90s called They Want Their Joke Back. What was that, Joe 90? The village of Tiki Island. I like the sound of that. Slow down or pay up. Oh, this is quite a big bridge we're going over. It's got like that's pretty cool. I like that. I hope you guys can see it, because I mean it's getting a bit dark now. But I thought they're calling to get CK's PC back. Yeah, I rent it. Yeah, I pay 20 quid a week to rent it out. Can you imagine if I had this PC and I was like still paying 20 quid a month to have it? I think they would have made their money out of it already, wouldn't they? Well, I'm not going to try that viewpoint because it's a bit dark, so maybe another time we'll do it. I don't know what there is to see there anyway. It might be the bridge or something. Yeah, I think they'd have made their money out of me already. No. In some aspects, though, I'm quite happy that the PC's lasted as long as it did. I mean, not all the parts are obviously as old as the PC, but I mean, the motherboard and the CPU are. The power supply's had a change over time. But you could say that the CPU and motherboard have definitely, I've definitely got the time's worth out of those. You got your dinner? That sounds nice. I will be finishing the stream in a moment though, Dave. So you'll have to find someone else to entertain you for dinner. DMC. Oh, GMC. I was about to say, I thought that can't be anything to do with DeLoreans. Anyway, we're almost at the drop off. Oops. Well, that's it. Another $700 down the tubes. Oh well, never mind. That's a bit like what happened in the last stream, wasn't it? But instead of getting a fine, I crashed into something. It's just noisy kids. Yeah, I know, right? I think they've heard that I'm finishing my stream off. That's the only trouble when you live in a giant mansion that tourists can visit. You get a lot of kids outside. I'm only joking, by the way. But yeah, imagine it if you like lived in Buckingham Palace and every time you went out onto the balcony there was just crowds of people looking up at you. That'd get really annoying, wouldn't it? I would have to complain. Say, why do all these people keep hanging around outside my balcony? Why can't they go away? I was trying to watch some planes fly over the other day and there was tens of thousands of people watching us, taking photos of us. Live in a museum. You could be onto something there, Craig. How am I gonna... Is this gonna go in here? King CK for their heads. Yeah, off to the tower. I think I'd be quite bad. I'd be quite bad. I think Irascible would be quite bad as well. If Irascible was a king or a dictator. Just going by what he says in some streams about teenagers and vandals. You're very good at parking. It's the only thing I'm good at. It's the only thing I'm good at, mind. Anyway, it's easy when you've got these drone views. Yeah, I know what you meant, Katie. Right, anyway, let's see what damage we got. An old PC museum, yeah. Well, still got some other old PC kit kicking about from somewhere. Excellent, look at that. I didn't lose any monies. I got $150,000, so I think I'll be able to buy a new PC with that today. No, it'd be benevolent until you crossed him, then it would be off for your head. Always get my lefts and rights crossed up when looking backwards. Yeah, I'm just thinking, KTL, you know, like, for example, when you're talking to Sap about, like, when a heritage railway gets vandalised, and then he has, like, a rant about what they should do with the people that vandalised the thing. But yeah, anyway. I love it when Sap has a rant. You should see my spare room, PC graveyard. Yeah, I can imagine, Craig. Yeah, it's a bit like it here in some places. Like I say, I'm just looking up now, and then I'm just looking up at a shelf, and I can see my QuickShot 1 joystick still in its box. That's basically how bad it is. And then I got a zip stick somewhere else. Oh dear. And then an old IBM keyboard, which is before PS2, which it had a different socket, and that's all like those like clickety-click keys. Is it micro switched? So that's like a really old IBM keyboard from like the days of probably like 286s or less. Got a couple of them kicking about. Thank you, CKC, saying yeah. Thanks everyone for popping in. Much appreciated. Again, as I said, next probably trucking stream will be back on ETS. As I said, I don't know if I'm going to be doing base map or Grand Utopia. It'll probably be base map because, like I said, there's probably some new areas that they've put in around Germany again from the last update that I can have a look at. Toff, thanks for watching. Craig, yeah, Katie, Rob, oh my god, I've just done it now. And I said I was just going to say everybody, but yeah, everyone, thank you. If I've mentioned your name, don't worry. you're just on the list. Dave, yes, Dave the Daring, thank you too. And everyone else that popped in, Steam Fan Man, oh my god, here we go. See, Matt, whatever his name was, Matazi, Maserati. See, everything gets completely messed up now. But yeah, anyway, thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to have a quick look to see if there's somebody doing a stream. Then I can give them a raid, and then we'll see what happens from there. If there isn't anyone I know, then obviously there won't be. Oh my gosh! Isn't anyone can hear my voice twice? Nope, doesn't seem to be anybody. So I'm gonna head off and say ta-ta. And yeah, thanks for popping in. And have a good rest of your day, and see you in another stream somewhere else. Take care for now. Bye.